Hello everybody. If you are watching this video, you have either already downloaded or are thinking of downloading the Create a Friend mod for Starbound. So let's get right into it. The purpose of this video is for me to show you guys how the mod works and what you have to do to create the spawners and spawn your very own friends in Starbound and be able to customize them however you want. So the first thing we need to do, here we are on our ship, the first thing we need to do is we need to get the Inventor's Station, or the Inventor's Table. And I've got one here in my inventory. This is the first stage of the Inventor's Table. This is the Tier 1. So what you need to do is you go into the Inventor's Table, and what you need to do is you need to hit this Upgrade button to upgrade it to the higher tiers. To create the spawners for this mod, you need to have upgraded it to Tier 3. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and hit upgrade a couple times. And you'll need specific resources to do this. I have admin mode on for the moment just so that I can upgrade it to the highest tier so that we can test this out here. So we're going to upgrade it to Tier 3. So after you've upgraded it twice, you should be good to go. I'm going to turn admin off. And so this is what your menu should look like if you have the mod installed and you are looking at the Tier 3 Inventor's Station. So what you should have here is several different options of things to build. One of which will be this Employer's Station. This is what you'll use to build the spawner. So you're going to go ahead and craft the Employer's Station. It'll just take a few seconds here. And then it'll pop it into your inventory. So we're going to go ahead and open up our inventory and we have our new Employer's Station. So what we're going to go ahead and do is just plop that down wherever. We're going to go ahead and open that up. And the only thing that you should see available to craft in the station is the CAF spawner base, the Create a Friend spawner base. So we're going to go ahead and click on this. As you can see, it takes 5 core fragment ores and 5 silver bars. I recently changed this due to changes in crafting materials within Starbound. So this is a new change. So 5 core fragment ores and 5 silver bars. So we're going to go ahead and craft up a few of these here just so that we can test some things out. So what you're going to go ahead and do is these are just the bases here. It will also, when you put down one of these bases, it will automatically spawn a panel, as you'll see as soon as I place this. So you need to make sure that you have some back wall, some empty back wall behind your spawner so that that can spawn. Otherwise, it won't let you put it down. For instance, if I try to put it here, it's not going to let me put that down because I don't have available back wall behind it. So if I plop it down over here, you'll see it spawns a little panel above it. And each of these objects will be important for customizing your friend. So as you can see, one just spawned here, and she'll follow me around here. So I'll have her follow me over here. And there's 2 different objects that you can interact with here. The first one is the one that you'll use to equip your friend with clothes and objects, items. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and dress this one up here. We're going to give her a shirt, and we'll just give her a little skirt here as well. And I will go ahead and close that up. And as you can see, she'll put those clothes on after a few seconds. You can also give them weapons and such. I'll show you that in a minute. But the second object that you'll want to pay attention to is this panel here. This panel you can press E on. Again, you press E to interact with objects in case you don't already know. But you'll press E on this panel to interact with it. And this is the meat and potatoes of the mod. You'll see you've got all these different race options. And I can choose any race that I want this friend to be. So I can go ahead and choose, let's say I want her to be a glitch. So I'll hit glitch. And she'll go ahead and despawn, and she'll respawn in a few seconds back on her spawner. There you go. And they leave their items behind for a second, but if you just wait a second, they'll put those clothes on. And you can choose between any of these different races, including non-playable races like penguins. You can also, it should also automatically include any modded races that you have installed. So for instance, I have the Avali race installed, so I can go ahead and click on the Avali, and it should allow me to make a friend of the Avali race. And any other races that you have, it should automatically populate this list with. So you'll see other buttons for additional races. The next thing that you can do is you can change their type. Right now we only have 2 basic types. The guard will follow you around, and if you give them weapons, they will assist in attacking monsters and enemies. So they'll basically follow you around and help you. And then you can switch it to the villager type, which a villager type is just your standard NPC that just sort of wanders around and interacts with objects and doesn't really do anything special. If they get attacked, they'll just run away. But these are the two different type options that you have. The last option that you have from this panel is the randomize bar. This will basically let you shuffle the characteristics of your friend. So for instance, just so it's easily visible, we can go back to a human character. And you can see kind of the changes that it makes. So if you drag this bar, you'll see that number changes. This is just the value that it bases their appearance off of, and it just sort of randomly shuffles their appearance. If you create several NPCs with the same number here, they will look identical here. So now you can see he's got a big old green afro. That's actually pretty cool. In future updates, I hope to be able to create an interface where you can customize each and every property of the NPC individually. So that's pretty much how it all works. But you can put down as many of these spawners as you want. Let's see, I made a few more of these here somewhere. Yeah, so let's put down a few others. Another important thing is to place them a little bit apart. There's a known bug where if you place them too close together, sometimes modifying one NPC's panel will affect the other NPCs at the same time. So just try and give them a little bit of room in between. And we're going to go ahead and gear these guys up here. So we can go ahead and give her a shirt, give her some pants. Let's give her a helmet, and we'll also give her a weapon here. Okay, so as you can see, she's all geared up now. And we can also give her some clothes. Let's just throw some clothes on there. And this mod is just basically a way to give you some simple control over NPCs and how they look. I hope to eventually make them compatible with being your actual crew members and be able to travel down to the planet with you. That will take a little bit of time, though, but I hope to have that out as an update fairly soon. So what we're going to go ahead and do now, so they're all equipped, we can change their race or whatever. If I want a whole team of Florins, I can make a whole team of Florins. Pretty much anything that I want to modify these NPCs, I can do it. And as you can see, these two NPCs look the same because they both have the same randomization value of 0. If I change that value, they could look like something different. So I'm going to go ahead and turn admin back on. And we're going to go ahead and just spawn in a monster. I think this is the command. There you go. And as you can see, my friends will instantly turn around and attack the monster. Currently in the mod, they all spawn at a strength level of 10, so they're pretty beastly regardless of the planet that you're on. And so eventually I hope to make it like vanilla does, where they control the NPC's strength and the crew member's strength by the strength of the armor that you're wearing. So that will eventually be a thing to make it a little bit more balanced. But if I spawn in a slightly stronger monster, then you see it'll take them some time to take them down. If the NPCs die or if they get separated from their spawner, then you'll see them respawn at their spawner. So anyway, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this helped to explain the mod and how it works, and have a good one. Thanks.